Now Josh Dacos looks for Joey's man. Hoskin Elliott up and at him. Took a good mark. Possession number 14 for Hoskin Elliott. Josh Dacos keeps running. He's just allowed to run and mark the football on his chest. This is a really slow build-up from the Pies. Chips the ball to Pendlebury. Pendlebury 65 out. Pretty much every Carlton player ahead of him in the 50. Good at finding a target though, Pendlebury.
Oh, he's on.
Sets it up, and Mason Cox has a big run and a chop at it. And Stevie can't believe the late flurry that Mason's putting in this game. I think he's putting himself in the KCIH Triple MVP Awards.
I think it's brilliant. The funny thing there was Carlton had 18 players back in the defensive 50, but they were all locked on with their opponents. No one actually got back into the dangerous space where the ball was always going to be kicked.
So he's missed 3 today, Mason. Normally a dead-eye dick. From 30 out directly in front, kicks the goal, and he gives the double Cobra. 35-point lead, 85 plays 50, Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Wait till you see this on the Harvey Norman here, Stevie. Lewis Young, absolutely insipid in his attempt to try and stop Mason. Just stood there as if he was expecting Pendlebury to bang one home from 75. Mason didn't even provide any sort of movement. There was a slight block, but he didn't fight through it whatsoever. This one will be shown, no doubt, throughout the week, but that is just not good enough. Just the slightest push-off. We know that Mason is purely a run-and-jump player. Have a look at this, bottom of your screen. Just let him go. You wonder why he ends up in 15 metres of space. But also, I'd argue that any other side would have realised that maybe that's where it's going and somebody else would have come off too. Ooh, hard watch there for the Blues.
Well said, Daisy.
He turned around and gave someone a bad look too.
Super Deals on a big brand technology now. Harvey Norman shop in store or online. Official crowd numbers come through too, Daisy. What was the line? The under-over bet? 81,000?
Yeah.
80,000.
Yeah.
350. 81,000. It was under.
No,
you went over.
It was over that. Comfortably. A few of them left, Joey.
Official crowd. So, Chew Man, you owed Chew a bottle of red.
Nice.
Chew went with, what'd you say, you thought just under
78,
80?
I said.
Yeah.
Been a big day, hasn't it?
Gonna have 2 of them tonight.
Oh, Harry Mackay flew, couldn't take the mark. Maynard at ground level. What's the choice? Red of choice, Brownie?
Gus and Hugo's tonight.
Oh, hello. Walsh. Curnow takes the mark. He should just wheel and have a shot. He's trying to do it all. No, he's unselfish. He's too good, Charlie Curnow. Hits up Matt Owies 40 metres out straight in front.
That's been an absolutely awesome battle. Moore v Curnow.
Owies wastes no time. He should just worry about kicking the goal. He nearly runs into the man on the mark. But just gets the journey by a metre. Back to 29 points. 7-14-56. Collingwood 13-7-85. Triple M Titanium Caravan scoreboard.
Stevie J will have the votes this afternoon, but that battle we speak of, Moore v Curnow. Moore's been outstanding for the Pies, his ability to read the ball, come off, but Curnow's battled so bravely against 2 or 3 at times, bringing the ball to ground, making the most of his opportunities when he's had one-on-ones, won some free kicks, hit the scoreboard himself. 2 of the stars of the competition going head-to-head, been absolutely brilliant.
He hasn't been directly opposed to him for the majority of the
Stevie,
game.
just a bit of theatre. Just sort of run with me here, brother.
Well, I've got to do the votes, and I don't want to be giving one bloke 2 votes, or one bloke 3 votes, and one bloke 1 vote.
I'll tell you one bloke in this commentary box who's not getting in the votes today.
The pressure builds on Michael Voss with 3.5 minutes to go. Their second half has been okay. They've battled well. All the damage was done in the first and second quarters.
I feel like the Pies have not put the cue in the rack, but just been content with the lead where it is. They've done enough to get a victory without blowing him out of the water in this second half.
Measured. There's Collingwood. They move the ball forward, the Blues to half forward. Tackle late on Murphy. He lost the football. So too did Nick Dacos. Ball came out towards Doherty. Squeezed the footy, but only as far as Bobby Hill. The first goal of the game today. The first goal of the game last week. Play of the day too, running up and down the wing, which Joey got the call. I'm sure Leroy will be giving that the Macca's moment.
Good man, Leroy.
It wasn't on your side last night with your hoggy call. So Sard out towards Chera. Chera, kick underground, wasn't a great one. Doherty, been okay since going into the midfield in this last quarter. Kennedy, handball, and then rid into the ground was Curnow. Look at a free kick. Choice hotels around the grounds, Ash.
It's the Saints by a point over the Giants. 4 to go before half-time.
Boyd drills a low bullet to Harry Mackay. That's how he wants it delivered.
If he goes back and kicks this will be one positive for the Blues out of this one, that he has found a bit of form with his goal kicking and the goal kicking routine. Again, not going back that far. We'll run out the slight little arc.
This is something to build off if he can get another one. It'll be his third drop punt goal of the afternoon. He can build as the season goes on from 50 metres. Just fades across the face. It was a pretty good strike, though. He should stick to doing the drop punts, I reckon, from now. What do you think, Stevie? Drop punts from here on in for Harry?
It depends where he's on the ground.
Okay, thank you.
Joey, if he's in the pockets, it's still a snap, but further out, I like the drop punt.
57.85. Minute 40 to go. Brandy's going to call the whole last minute 40 so he gets his moment.
I think he was asking, from a general spot where you could probably kick a drop punt, he would kick a drop punt.
Yeah, I was doing the votes. I wasn't even watching that bit of play.
Fisted back to Gowie. Steps in and out of trouble, and then stepped himself back into trouble. Good enough to get the handball to Noble. Noble's got a couple of players out on the outer side, and they can move now. They've got players out everywhere. Hoskin Elliott receives it from Crisp. Hoskin Elliott goes back over the mark as it winds down to minute 12. Chips the ball up the line. So 85 plays 57. Collingwood have controlled proceedings. The Blues have never looked likely. Only once today have they kicked back-to-back goals. That was in the second term late. Since then, it's been goal for goal.
Outside 5. Move it on. Play on.
Markov. Can they get one more? Kick goes long. Pitnet stood his ground, took the mark.
Sam Brody. Yours.
So last 30 seconds, Nathan Brown's kindly handed the call to me. Do you want to call the finish, Brownie?
No, you go, mate.
Yours.
This one peters out.
Oh.
Goes through the legs of Durden.
Oh, well done.
He did pretty well to keep it in. And then Walsh is surrounded by 3 pies. That's a fitting way to finish. Darcy Moore involved. He's going to get the 3 votes. Daylight's going to get second, apparently, according to Stevie J. Collingwood are going to go back on top of the ladder. And the next 2 weeks for the Pies, Daisy, who have they got coming up, Collingwood?
North Melbourne and West Coast, Joseph.
Wow. They are sitting pretty, Collingwood. Mychek's kicked 4. He's been awesome all game. DeGoey and the Dacos boys and Mitchell just keep doing their thing. And Darcy Moore has been a colossus in defence this afternoon. A world record 11 intercept marks. And the Pies continue to have their way with the competition. And they had their way with the Blues. And it was all set up with a big first half.
Good old Collingwood forever. They know how to play the game. Side by side they stick together to uphold the Magpies' name. See the barricades are shouting as all barricades should. Oh, the premiership's a cakewalk for the good old Collingwood.
Led by 24 at quarter time, 35 at the half, out to 32 at 3/4 time. And at the end of the game, they won by 28 points, 13-7-85. The Blues, 7-15-57. Brody Mychek was a star again. He kicked 4. Up the other end, Curnow was outstanding, and he kicked 3. Let's head down to Bobby Hill for Channel 7.
And it's something me and Ash should tick off on the fixtures, and no, it was very good.
We've just dragged the monitor over here, Ash, just so you can get another look. First of all, we want to show Bobby your run down the ground. Tell us what's going through your head at this stage.
I just looked back, seen it was running, and I just said, "Come get me." I was a bit scared. I thought Adam Sart wasn't going to jump, but lucky enough, and the finish off was pretty lucky.
Set him up beautifully. That was a big highlight. But are we still giving the nod to Ashery's mark?
Lost for words. Yeah, still can't believe I've actually took a mark.
Here it is here. What do you think?
Not bad. Yeah, I hurt my back on that one. No, all good.
We did notice after you took it, you were hurt. Did you have a little glance up at the big screen just to see how good?
I was watching. I kept watching it over and over. I couldn't take my eyes off it.
New car as well, so it'll be good.
A new car, you reckon, out of that one?
Yeah, you're getting it. I'm going to be the passenger.
Well, well done today, boys. Great effort. Fantastic win.
So Bobby Hill had a really good game. So did Ash Johnson, who has become a... Everyone talked about Collingwood needed some big forwards. They needed a 6'4" centre-half forward, but he's a mobile player who's got brilliant hands, and he doesn't miss when he gets an opportunity.
He's been fantastic in a few different roles as well, playing as a quasi-ruckman at times, going through there with their height issues. And when you're blessed with a skill set like we were just hearing him describe there, a run and jump and to launch over a pack, he loves that. He's got great hops, beautiful kick, good decision maker. Can come in and out of games as a young player can, but for the most part, you've got to love what you see.
Let's head back down onto the ground. Channel 7 have Steele side bottom and Darcy Moore.
How's the old body pulling up at the moment? You're going to get to 300 next week?
Yeah, body's fine, mate. No, I didn't get subbed out. Just scooter up in the box there. We'll just rest the old fella, and I guess we were in a good enough position where we were allowed to do it, so I'm all good. I'm raring to go.
You were still flying across the ground. I'm sure you were probably reading this man a little bit. The record number of intercept marks in a game of AFL footy since stats been taken. Just a dominant performance. Well done, first of all, but terrific win by the boys.
It was. We were just ferocious. You know, our centre bounce stuff early really set the game up. We were so clean in there, and we just defended so well. We just looked really connected, and you know, Carlton sort of made the game a bit more of a scrap in the second half, and we had to meet that at the contest, and we did that well, so it was great.
I get the sense when he does intercept market, along with the other guys down back, as a midfielder, you're already taking off?
Well, it's either that, I see that he's going to mark it, or I know that's going to come to me at the front. I shouldn't say, but they just kept giving it to him, and he kept mocking it. I actually found myself laughing there a few times because he was just gloving everything, but... pleasure to play alongside him, and hopefully he keeps just loving him like that.
We were talking, it's his 300th next week. It's Mason's 100th. Will Mason make sure that the 100th overshadows the 300?
Yeah, Mason's giant ego will certainly be out and about this week. But I'm sure a lot of the boys will we're going to make a massive deal of Steele's 300s. You know, it's just unbelievable stuff. He's just been such a stalwart of this team and so dependable for so many years, and he's a real fan favourite, and we're just stoked that he made it to 300, and can't wait to see him dominate next week.
Absolutely. Well, well done today. Great effort. Fantastic game. Good luck. Congratulations for next week.
Brilliant stuff. Nice work by Cameron Ling with a couple of half volleys out there to some really good players today. Steele Sidebottom and also Darcy Moore. Can anyone stop the Pies, because they are just outstanding?
I dare say, the best opposing sides, whether that be Brisbane, Geelong, who else up there? Melbourne at the minute. At their peak of their powers versus what Collingwood can do at their peak of the powers, I think you'd be a brave man to tip against the Pies.
Absolutely, they're flying at the moment. We're going to hang around for a little bit because the Pies players are at the moment working their way around, going to kick out some footballs. They'll go back down into the rooms. Kate McCarthy will be in the room. Going to be speaking to Tom Mitchell because the injury at the other ground has meant there's been a bit of a delay up there, so we'll be on air for a little bit of time first, though, Stevie. So I've seen you nodding off in the back row there a little bit, so you have to wake up and offer something.
You didn't rate Ivan Needshade's interviews there with the boys?
Sorry, so who?
Ivan Needshade.
No, I don't know who.
Cameron Ling, I need shade.
You've been on another planet, TV.
That was his nickname at Geelong, Ivan.
I didn't know.
I need shade.
I did not know
Half
that.
volleys. You call him?
Very good. What did you like about... Is there anything you liked about Carlton today?
Not really. No. I thought they were convincingly beaten. I was hoping they'd come and play a little bit straighter, take the contest a little bit more often, get their numbers at ground level and try and match Collingwood in that area. They were never going to be able to kick the ball around them because Collingwood's defence gets too well set behind the ball. And I thought they were in two minds for most of the game, not knowing whether to take the contest straight away or try and kick the ball around. And they played right into Collingwood's hands. They kicked it long after waiting a period of time, and Collingwood just slingshotted back through them with their forward handballs and looked so dangerous going inside 50.
The disappointment for me came at the start. There was obviously an opportunity against the arch rival to come out and make a statement. Whether or not We saw Sydney go to Nick Dacos. It didn't have to be Nick Dacos. That was probably a touch predictable. But go to somebody, get a bit of feeling into it. Felt like the Pies were the ones who came out as if they were doing all the hunting. They came out against the Blues, absolutely dominated them in and around the footy with their pressure. It seemed like the Blues were happy just to roll out and expect it to happen, rather than somewhat manufacturing a bit more grit, a bit more grunt in what they were able to do.
And I'm just not sure where Patrick Cripps and Sam Walsh are at right at the moment. They were two of the best players in the competition last year.
Yeah.
Where are they at, do you think?
Less numbers, more efficiency I'd love to see from both of them. I think we've sort of, if you think of the Trenton Cotchin mould, when he was having massive numbers but getting a lot of the ball in and around, going sideways, going lateral, I'd love to see Cripper and Walshy have more damaging possessions. And again, that's easier said than done. They've both done their role today. They've both found a heap of the footy. But sometimes 25 disposals, 22 disposals, more accuracy going direct at goal rather than getting 1-2s in and around the muck is a better option for the side.
I look at Sam Walsh. He's had 29 disposals today and he's only ended up with 277 metres gained, hasn't hit the scoreboard at all. So
10 kicks, 19 handballs. I'd love for that to be flipped. He's somebody who should be distributing the ball.
Enough. He's good enough. He's good enough to get the ball around the clearance, handball off, run forward, run those forward 45s like the Collingwood players do, and then punch the ball inside 50, if not break through the 50 and hit the scoreboard more often. This
is the Triple M Amy review. Choice hotels around the grounds, Ash.
It's half-time, Brownie, between the Giants and St Kilda. They're 8-3-51 apiece, and recapping, Mitch Owens was stretchered off during that second term.
And the game earlier today?
Hawthorn destroyed the Eagles by 116 points, 22-10, 142. West Coast 4-2-26. Mitch Lewis, PB, 6 majors.
Just watching all the boys go down to enter the rooms. Collingwood just about to sing the song. But to get down there to Kate McCarthy to set the scene for us.
Yeah, very happy faces in the Collingwood change room. Lots of family and friends down here and lots of smiles as well on the face of everyone as Craig McRae just walks past and looking very pleased with the boys' performance this evening.
So the Collingwood boys just working their way into a circle. They're getting the kids involved. Not far away from singing the song now. So good win for the Pies. A nice rendition of their song. I'm macking us loving a moment. Happened at the 7-minute mark of the second quarter, and here's how we called it on Triple M Footy. As McCreery crosses the 50. Not going to be a goal off the instep. Johnson! Wow, he got the double lifter. He went up and then got the double lifter at the back and took one of the marks of the year. Well, Leroy's helped me out there. I thought Bobby Hill was going to have it, but thanks to the good people at Macca's. As we're just having a look, we'll have Tom Mitchell speaking to Kate McCarthy in a couple of moments, and I see there the media people at the moment pointing Tom Mitchell out towards where Kate is. So let us know when you got him down there, Kate.
Will do.
Was that you? Let's head down to Kate McCarthy with Tom Mitchell in the rooms.
Tom, really good performance by the boys today. Really came out of the blocks quick and were firing early. Was that obviously something that you guys had worked on during the week, just coming out and really putting this to bed early?
I think starting any game is really important, and we knew today was going to be a really hostile environment, and that Carlton, were going to come to play as well. So, we wanted to get out of the blocks early, and it was a tough arm wrestle from there on.
Yeah, obviously a traditional rival, but you're new to Collingwood. What was the build-up like for this one coming into the match?
Yeah, it was definitely big, but I think, having playing against some teams such as Geelong, Richmond, Essendon so far, we've had crowds of 85 plus already. I'm not sure what it was today, but it felt similar. So I guess that was good practice for what today was.
Nice move, Tom. You've gone from the Hawks, who are down the bottom end of the ladder, to the Pies, who are just flying at the moment. I mean, both are great clubs at either end at the moment. Hawthorn just coming off one of their greatest periods, but Collingwood like they're about to ascend into one of those.
Yeah, hopefully. It's been a good start to the year so far, and we've got a a couple of crucial important games to come before the bye. So there's still a lot of footy to be played, but we're pretty pleased with the position we're at the moment.
Seemed like a really professional second half from you guys. The Blues sending more numbers in and around the contest, but you're still able to break even in and around that, and the 30-point margin you're able to keep throughout.
Yeah, they're very strong inside the contest, obviously, with Cripps, Kennedy, Georgie Hewitt when he came on. So we tried to match them in there and then, work hard in transition also.
And Tom, we know that Carlton are known for taking a lot of uncontested marks. Was there a plan to take that out of their game, force them into a contest, and then that's the way that you get your game going offensively, get your numbers back, support the contest, and then slingshot back through them the other way?
Yeah, I think so. I think, they are a team that can control the ball. So as much as we can, we like to get the ball into a live game and take that away from the opposition. So when our team defence is really strong, it helps us set up our game.
Were you aware that Darcy Moore broke a world record today?
I wasn't aware, but it seemed like he was marking everything.
True, man. Would you like to inform Tom?
Yep. 11 intercept marks, Tom, which is a AFL record.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. He's unbelievable leader and unbelievable player, Darce. It seemed as though every time the ball went into Carlton's forward 50, there was just clunking everything, so we're very lucky to have him.
And he had a great battle. I thought Charlie Curnow played a really good game today, so they were on each other most of the game, and it was an enthralling contest, and it's not a contest you see often in footy these days.
Yeah, I guess it's similar to how footy used to be in the 80s and 90s when there was, two big key players going head-to-head, so it was great to see that contest today.
You come up against North Melbourne next week, Steel Sidebottom's 300th game. You've only been at the club a short time, but what's your take on what side he brings to the side and the football club in general?
Oh, he's such an important player for the team. He works so hard throughout the week and on game day, and he's probably one of the most loved players within the playing group. I've been fortunate to know him for the last 6 months, and he's just one of those guys that brings a smile to everyone's face, and he loves playing footy with his mates. So hopefully we can get a win for him next week.
Did you get an invite to his wedding?
I didn't know him then, so
that's all right. Me neither. No stress.
He's still flat about it. Mitch, well done today, mate. The Pies are flying. Good luck inside his 300th next week. Hope it keeps going well for you.
Thanks, guys. Cheers.
Tom Mitchell down there in the rooms. What were his numbers today, Ash, for Triple M Red Z Lending?
26 disposals. He had 8 clearances and 15 out of his 26 possessions were contested, most on the ground.
The Triple MVP award for Case IH. Case IH into financial year. Track the deals are on now. Visit a dealership today. Who's got them?
I've got the votes today, Brownie, so I'll start off with one vote today. Went to a guy, his team was beaten convincingly, but he had 16 disposals, 8 score involvements, and kicked 3 goals too, and if it wasn't for him, they would have been non-competitive. Charlie Curnow gets the 1 vote. 2 votes today, a player that you can't dismiss if they kick 4 goals, and he was terrific again. It wasn't just the disposals, but it's a work rate and the contest around the ground. Brody Myercheck gets the 2 votes, and as I said off the top, and I think everyone's spoken about it, and Ash Chua would not be very happy if I didn't give the world record holder Darcy Moore the 3 votes. So 25 disposals, 12 marks. 6 of those were contested, and the 10 intercept marks got them off to a great start in the game and continued it on right throughout. He really set them up with the intercept marks, which then they got the attack going back through the other way.
Triple MVP award for Case IH in the financial year. Track the deals are on now. Visit a dealership today. Is that a Lululemon jacket you got on? I didn't know they made men's gear.
It's actually my whole attire today is Lululemon. I've got the Lululemon trackies, Lululemon dress T-shirt, and the Lululemon jacket.
They seriously make menswear.
Unbelievable. The best gear you can get. Honestly.
I did not know that. I thought
personal endorsement.
It's the only thing.
I thought it was female only.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Mate, you got to get down to Lululemon.
Okay.
It is the best, most comfy gear you can get around.
You're some sort of ambassador.
Adidas is pretty good too, Stevie.
Sorry?
Adidas make pretty good gear.
Oh, they're off me. I used to be with them.
Are you trying to work in as a little wedge here?
I would love to be sponsored by Lululemon, but I'm not. I just like buying the gear.
We'll get this cropped up and you can send it off to them.
It's been a big win to the Pies today. They've won by 28 points here at the MCG. 13-7-85, 7-15-57. Thank you to everybody in the back row to make this go to air. Leroy back in the studio. We'll take you not far away from the St Kilda and the Giants second half. For McDonald's Room Hot Water, Triple M rocks footy.